What if you could take the entire unimaginable output of the sun and squeeze it down into a single, perfect beam? Not just the sunlight that warms your face on a summer day. I mean all of it. Every single joule of energy, from the furious fusion reactor at its core to the gentle heat radiating off its surface, all focused, amplified, and aimed at one tiny, insignificant spot. Let's say your house.
At first, nothing seems different. You're making coffee, maybe scrolling on your phone, but then you notice it. A dot. A point of light on your kitchen wall, brighter than anything you've ever seen. It's not warm, it's not hot. It is, for a fraction of a second, the absolute center of the universe's attention.
This isn't a laser pointer. This is the entire sun. 383 septillion watts of power delivered all at once. To put that number in perspective, that's more energy than humanity will use in over 700,000 years, arriving in a single moment. So what happens?
First, the air in the path of the beam doesn't have time to get hot. It doesn't have time to do anything. The atoms and molecules are instantly torn apart into a superheated soup of charged particles, a plasma. This creates a tunnel of incandescent death stretching from the upper atmosphere straight down to your kitchen wall.
The beam itself would be invisible in space, a perfectly focused line of pure energy. But as it hits our atmosphere, the energy is so intense it would ionize the air around it, creating a colossal secondary pillar of light that would be visible from other planets. It would be the last beautiful thing anyone on Earth would ever see.
The moment the beam makes contact with your roof, the concept of burning becomes laughably inadequate. The shingles, the wood, the steel supports, they don't melt. They undergo nuclear fusion. The sheer energy density would be like cramming a star's core into your living room. The materials would be transmuted into entirely new and probably very unstable elements in a flash of X-rays and gamma radiation.
The reaction would be less of an explosion and more of an unraveling. A spherical blast wave of plasma would expand outwards at a significant fraction of the speed of light. It would not so much destroy the Earth as it would erase it.
The entire planet would be vaporized in seconds. Not broken into chunks, not melted into a ball of lava, but disassembled into its constituent atoms. Earth would cease to be a planet and would instead become a brief, expanding cloud of incandescent vapor, adding a new temporary ring of silicon and iron gas to the solar system. But the fun doesn't stop there.
Remember, energy can't just disappear. All that sunlight, focused on one spot, has to go somewhere. As our planet is turned into a cloud of plasma, that immense energy now has to be released. The initial flash of light from the event would be brighter than the sun itself. For anyone watching from, say, Mars, it would be like a second sun igniting and then dying in the space between Mars and Jupiter.
The recoil from this apocalyptic eruption would be monstrous. Isaac Newton would be nodding grimly somewhere. The vaporized material would be blasted away with such force that it would actually push the sun itself, ever so slightly, in the opposite direction. It wouldn't knock it out of orbit, but it would give our star a tiny, permanent nudge through the galaxy.
So, the big reveal? Focusing the sun's entire power isn't a weapon, it's a reset button. It's a method of planetary disposal so efficient, so unbelievably overkill, that it would briefly turn our home into a short-lived star, just to make a point. The takeaway is a humbling one. We think of sunlight as gentle and life-giving, and it is.
But that's only because it's delivered from 93 million miles away and diluted across an entire hemisphere. Concentrate it, and you reveal the true, terrifying face of the star we orbit, a cosmic forge of unimaginable power, whose gentle warmth is simply the whisper of a force that could unmake worlds. If you have a what-if scenario that you think could top turning Earth into a temporary star, let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into solar overkill, give us a like and subscribe for more thought experiments that walk the line between curiosity and cataclysm.